Hey, guys. I hope you can hear me. I went ahead and added you on first. We have our live training going on in just a minute on for all of our Notary to Notary students. And so people always ask me, what does that look like? I can't screen share, but you guys can hear the things that we talk about during our live training. So we do it right now every Sunday at 6 for for notary signing agent training, and then we do it at 7:30 for 7:30 for e-notary students. So I have two trainings. This first training is gonna be an hour. We're gonna start in a second. There's a few people who said they did not get the registration link, and so I'm gonna send a few of those out. But and then we're going to get started in just a second so you guys can hear the things I'm saying, although you can't see the presentation because it's on a different platform, but you will be able to hear some of the things that we discuss. And so this live will probably only be like 10 or 15 minutes, just to give you an idea of the things that we go over during those sessions. Yeah, we did. I'm just trying to help someone get in. I don't know where it is. It's always tech support in the very beginning. It's always tech support. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Attendees, direct link to room. Oops. Copy and paste. Okay, so hey guys, bear with me a second. I'm trying to make sure everybody can get in to this webinar. I'm not sure why some people can and some people can't. So I'm getting all your messages. Well, if you guys are watching me, then not your messages. I'm getting people's messages who cannot get in. And okay. Has this been changed 7:30? Nope, it's at 6. All right, guys. Hey. So I was trying to get everybody into the training. That was my issue right now. Hold on. Let me make sure I get both of these cameras going well. Can everybody hear and see me? Hear and see me? Hey! Okay. I did have a great weekend. I had a great New Year. So thank you. Hey, Monitra, Marina, Michelle, Thelma, Kim, Naomi, everybody. I know I'm missing some people because there's a lot of you guys in here, but thank you guys for joining. Canis from Colorado. Hope I said your name right. Hey. No sound. We cannot hear you. Let's see. Can you hear me now? Maybe. I'm going to start over. Hey. I forgot to turn the mic on. Okay. So no, they're in. So there's two trainings. There's one at 6 and one at 7:30. So everyone that's in now has the notary signing agent link that starts at 6:30. Anitra, you sound sweet, honey bun. And she texted me, we can't hear you, baby. Okay, and then there's an e-notary training at 7:30. Awesome sauce. Okay, so everyone, I'm giving everybody a few more seconds to get in before we get started. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you now. Sounds like a master plan. Super excited. Okay, so how have you guys been this week? You guys know we do this. My name is Vanessa Terry, for one. My name is Vanessa Terry, and I am the head trainer here at Notary to Notary. And you all are in the notary signing agent training here at notarytonotary.com. No, you're not late. You're right on time, honey bun. And so this is our live interactive training that we do on Sundays. I still have this. Hey, William from Miami. That I was going to forget. I didn't forget. Thank you guys for coming on. Remember, guys, that this is a place where you guys can ask your questions. So if you have questions that you endured during the week or that you went throughout the training, this is where you get a chance to ask me directly the things that you experience that you want more clarity on. All right, so I'm going to also pull up the training. I'm going to screen share it in a second. I always start off with the news of what's going on in Notary to Notary and what's going on in the notary industry. And then we jump into our training. And then anytime from there on, you guys can ask any questions that you have, and we'll go from there. So the last time we started, I believe we started with the, hey. We started with the notary signing agent training course. I think this time we're going to jump into loan signing training. I try to switch up the two just so I'm not always going over the notary signing agent training, but okay. Let me see. All right, so I'm going to screen share this to you. Stop talking. We're going to start from the top, and I'm going to screen share. Okay, let's mute this tab. I know I can do it. Ashley taught me how. Mute site. Haha. Victory. Thy name is Plankton. Okay. Yes, it is. So it'll only be on here for like 10 minutes though. So I'm just giving people an understanding of what we go through on YouTube so people can understand like what the live training is. So stay on this one because this one's going to end. The YouTube one's going to end in a few. Active military here. Can't wait to get started with my business. Okay, Naomi. Well, thank you for your service. So what I'm going to do first is explain you guys. So notary news right now, we do have some things coming out this week. I'm going to send them out in the email as far as some changes. There's going to be a lot of changes to the e-notary. Notary signing agent training is pretty much done and updated. There's a lot of e-notary changes happening this week. So if you're not in the e-notary training, make sure you get into it. That's the one that's happening at 7:30. If you want to attend that live, just make sure you register before like 7:25 so I can send you the link. But there's a lot of e-notary news I'll be putting out this week to help you guys with that. We have the Houston conference coming up on the 16th. And on the 9th, we have our marketing training. So our marketing training is the one that I'm going to teach you how to do the websites, Google business page, social media, marketing directly to signing and title companies, all that good stuff. And so that is available on the Thinkific site as well. You should see it come up. It's going to come up as a live. You buy it. It's going to be a live masterclass. And then I'm going to upload all that training into that course so you can, excuse me. Oh, so you can replay it right after. But when you always have access to it, and it'll never go away. And then eventually I'll add more content to it for you guys too. So that's coming up on the 9th, January 9th. You want to make sure you go ahead and get registered for that. Okay. Just to help you market your business. I always say that being a notary is not sales, but it is marketing. You need to be found. You don't have to convince somebody they need to get something notarized. They know they get something notarized, but you need to be the notary that they find. So it's not sales, but it is marketing. Okay. You want to be the notary that they find. Okay. All right. So this training is recorded and you will have access to it anytime. That is correct. So we are stockpiling the trainings this time. This starting from January 1st, you will always be able to go back and have that content to review. At this point, I think we can only keep it for like 3 to 6 months, but I have to go back and see if we can extend it out for the year. I don't think they'll hold it. The platform that we're using, I don't think holds it past the year. But right now, I think the longest they'll do is 6 months. So I have to see. I have to kind of support and see what we can do and see if we can download and upload to a different platform that we can have it longer. But right now, you'll have it for a few months. If I can get them to find a way to store it longer, I will. But as of right now, you'll have it for a few months. Okay, so... any advice for title producers license testing in Maryland? So it is recommended. You definitely want to do it. Maryland's one of those states that is not required, but it's highly recommended. A lot of lenders want you to have it in that state. If you send me an email, I can send you the link. I'll send the link to the after the webinar goes off, Robert, the link will go out for the replay. What was I saying? And I may add it to the training too. I may add it to the training. I'm not 100% sure if I'll do that just because these are a lot longer. And then I don't know how the platform's going to handle with all of these videos on the Thinkific site. But I'll find out if I can do that. If I can, I'll just upload it on there. And I'll just put a whole section that says live training recordings. That's what I'll do. That's a good idea. Thank you, Robert. You're the best. Okay, I will do that. I will upload it and just put a whole section that just has the live training. So you can go back at any time. Because when it's on Thinkific, you can watch it as many times as you need to. It's just exactly like where the course is. So you can always, and that's the same thing for your course. So on your course, you can go, once you finish it all, you can go back through it as many times as you need to. You can open back up and just say, hey, let's just go back to eNotary. Let's just go back to how to complete a reverse mortgage, or you could skip around too. So you could just open it up and go right to the recordings too. So I will actually do that. I'll upload them to the actual course, and then you'll always have access to it indefinitely. That's just a better idea. Look at Robert with the skills, making me think. What time will you post the recorded session? Tomorrow. The reason why I say tomorrow, don't look for it tonight. Reason being, I have another training at 7:30. So when I'm off of there, it's 8:30. And so it's no guarantee I'm going to sit here and work on uploading and editing and getting it updated. So I would say look for it tomorrow. Okay. Is it okay to sign a debt settlement contract in Virginia? Yes, you can sign that. That's fine. I'm in Colorado. Have you heard about the Ron and e-signing if you are not in the state? I'd have to check Colorado. I don't know Colorado. Send me an email and I'll check it afterwards to make sure. I'm not sure of Colorado off the top of my head. I love that about your courses. I can go back. Vanessa, awesome. Were you saying you were going to upload the marketing to a class? No. So the marketing is on the Thinkific site. So when you go to your dashboard, you'll see the marketing as an option to purchase. When you purchase it, you're going to get a link to the live training like a day before the training. And that's where we'll have the live session. And then what I'm going to do is take all that training video and upload it. I'll edit it some and then upload it back to that Thinkific. So you won't have to pay to rewatch it. You're already enrolled in that marketing section. So once you pay for that marketing, that content, you can rewatch as much as you need to. It's going to be in that marketing module. Okay. There aren't any active promo codes right now. Our last promotion ended on January 1st. So we're not doing any promotions right now. I think I may be taking the test after all. Yay! Sounds like a plan. Okay, so let's hop in. The marketing is not on payment plan either. Okay, so let's hop into the training. You guys can keep putting your questions in the chat, and then I will get them as soon as I can. There is a small delay from when you say it and when I can see it, but I will make sure to hit that. The other thing I was going to say, I'm going to share it with you guys a little bit later, but Georgia does allow for eNotary on a limited basis. And so I'm going to put that out on social media tomorrow on how that works. I still don't recommend necessarily doing it. I don't want to tell you to go out and become an eNotary in Georgia and then you're not making a lot of money. And so what I would say is wait. Give it another week or two. Let's see what they do. And then we'll go from there. Because I don't want you to invest in it. And then, you know, it's a whole thing. It's not included in the online training. For the marketing is completely separate. Yeah, so the market's completely separate from everything. Why you don't do that, Monitra? It's just a delay. They are allowing you to do the eNotary, but only for certain real estate transactions. And there's still like a little thing about having supervision of attorneys. And so I think they're going to take the attorney part off because it doesn't make sense. Like, how are you supposed to do it unless you're doing it at the office of the of the attorney? But everyone's working from home. So give me a second. I'm going to call there tomorrow actually to find out because it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, if you're going to let them do it, let them do it. It's just, give them a second to get themselves together. South Carolina is still not doing Ron yet. I know. Not yet. So if you did the loan signing course, you need to do the notary signing agent course. So the notary it's two courses in one. And that's why I was saying that the notary and the loan closing go together. So you want to do that part together. That's why I kind of put it to bias together, but because I split it into two sections, you have to it's the 249 package. That's what you want to do. All right, so let me flip into this training. So I'm going to screen share it to you guys. It's going to show you the exact modules from the training. Notary to notary. What'd I do? I did something. Can you guys see that? You should see what is a loan closing. It's blue. Can you see? And then I should be in the corner. Awesome, Perry, for passing your NNA test. Congratulations. Okay, so what is a RON? Oh, wait, hold on. I did an auto refinance. The finder signed within the middle initial, but when I failed her, whoa, hold on. When I filled my part, I only did first and last name. Is the SS going to make me fix it? So when you fill out your portion, just match what's printed on the document, not what they sign. Whatever's printed on the document. So however they have her name is how you write it. So if they have her name Mary Lewis Brown and she decides she wants to sign it Mary L. Brown, when you do your notary acknowledgement, you put Mary Lewis Brown, how they have it. Especially when it comes to deeds, because then they're really particular about that. You print it exactly the way the lender has her name printed. Okay. Not however, I always say all the time, never try to read someone's signature. Don't try to do that. Okay. Never, ever, ever try to read someone's signature. Match it exactly as how it's printed on the paper. Okay. Or if you're doing like general notary work and it's not on the paper, then do match it from their ID. Okay. Okay. So no, this is where you guys are seeing the live training that we're doing. So you won't be able to see the actual screen, but you can just hear the things that we're discussing. Okay. So I'm new to the program in Pennsylvania. I saw that I need to take a course and examination. Can anyone share? Okay, so if anyone in Pennsylvania wants to talk, or you can send me an email, because I'm not sure if Pennsylvania has a exam to get your commission. But if you send me an email, I can look into Pennsylvania and let you know. So when you buy the course, Naomi, you want to actually follow each step. Don't just go through the course and just read it all. Each step and each module you're supposed to do it. So if it's saying, this is what E&O insurance is, make sure you get it from the NNA and follow these steps. Do that. So it's the course is informational, but you also need to follow each step. So I'm telling you what you're supposed to be doing, but also follow it and do each step. So when I'm talking about general notary work and I'm telling you to get the credit card processing, I want you to get it. Like, stop, go to Square, go to PayPal here, whatever you're going to use, set the account up, get that done. Then go to the next one. So a lot of people, they want to go through the whole course and then they go back and do the steps, and that's fine. But actually go back through the course, and each module, each slide has a step for you to take. Implement each and every step of the program. And by the time you're done with each and every step, now you're going to be making money. Okay. So go back through the course and follow each and every step. Send me an email, Rosalind. If you send it to me now, I'll forward you the link. So if you send me the link now, Rosalind, I can forward you the link so you can see the PowerPoint. Okay. I don't know why you didn't get it, but if you send it to me, I will make sure that you get it. Do you suggest to send an invoice to signing agencies even if they don't require it? No, I only send it if they require it. Good evening. Yes, we can see the screen. Yay. All right. So hopping in, what is a loan closing? So a loan closing, let me get to the next screen because it's giving me something. Hold on. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Loan closings are real estate transactions between lenders and borrowers or sellers, okay? These transactions require documents to be signed and typically notarized in order to be considered valid. In order for borrowers or sellers to have their signatures notarized, they must first verify their identity by producing qualifying identification. So I say it all the time, being a notary signing agent literally just means that you're notarizing real estate documentation, okay? That's it. And so loan closings just means that you are like the extension of a lender or a title company. They're hiring you as a 1099 a 1099 contractor to complete something for them, which in this case is a loan closing. So important, guys, that you make sure that you are representing yourself as professional. And, when you take a notary job, the signer doesn't know that you're a contractor. The signer doesn't know that they just hired you really quick. A lot of times they think you work for the lender. They think you work for Bank of America or for Wells Fargo. They don't know that you're an independent contractor. And so you are a direct representation of that lender and of that title company. That being said, you need to represent them professionally. And that's why they're really big on that. So like if the customer complains about you or things like that, they will stop working with you because the client is not realizing that you're a separate entity. A lot of times they're looking at it, okay, well, you are Bank of America. You are Wells Fargo. And so that's why they're really particular about how you carry yourself. And that's why it's important to dress professionally and follow that email confirmation, okay? Follow the email confirmation. That is super Duper important. Okay. All right, hold on. I need to send a link to somebody who is saying I didn't get a link for the training. Paste, send, ta-da. Okay, let me see questions. Do you feel that notary business can change if rates go back up? No, absolutely not. It's going to stay the same. So when rates were high, it would still stay the same. When rates were low, it stays the same. You know what I think? I think that can you please post your tax man's contact information? I have it. It's in the tax. Send me an email. It's in the tax financial management course. But if you send me an email, I'll just email it to you. For the tax financial management, the accountant that I used for that one. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm trying to finish this question. So I feel like when rates went down because of COVID, the industry skyrocketed. Like, it's ridiculous as far as how many closings were happening. And the reason why everyone got slammed is because although there was way more loan closings, a lot of notary signing agents stopped going out. You guys know, people usually say, I don't know if you guys get this, if you're a younger, like in your 20s or 30s, and people say, oh, I usually thought notaries were older women. And so it's true. A lot of my people that I know that worked as a notary for a long time, they are typically older. And so a lot of them stopped working. They stayed home when COVID hit. So there was a significant decrease in the amount of notary signing agents that were available to work. So then you had this drastic need for notaries and a significant decrease in the amount of notaries that were available. And now it's kind of sort of leveling out, like, because you have more notaries getting in the industry, and then some more people feel like they're more comfortable coming out. So it's kind of leveling out. But at the same time, there's always work. The reason why I say that is because people are always buying, people are always selling, people are always refinancing, people are always getting out HELOCs, people are always doing whatever. People say, well, when the market crashes, no one's buying houses. No, but they're selling them, right? They're selling them. They're refinancing. So it's just like there's always things happening in real estate. It doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on, because as a notary, you're notarizing documents regardless. So if it's a seller, if it's a buyer, whatever it is, you're like the middle person who's notarizing. So there's always going to be work. It doesn't matter. There will always be work for you. Okay. Maybe I will see if I can add that, Missy, commercial loan signings. That's fine. All right, so let's keep going. Letitia Levy just made $8,000 this month. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I am super excited. So you have to share it on social media so we can tell everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm a girl. Welcome to the 8,000 a month club. Thanks again for helping me get where I am. You are so welcome, my dear. Oh, we definitely have to share your story. We have to do the interview I said I was going to do. I know. It's my fault. It's just so much going on. It's so much going on. And so I'm definitely going to work on doing that. But congratulations to Letitia. I posted her story before on Facebook when she got started. Her and her husband was killing the game. And she started the program, then she did the coaching, and she had her first $8,000 month, December, right? It was your $8,000 month. And people always say, you can't make this money. Like, listen. I don't know why people don't listen to me. Why don't they listen to me? Maybe they'll listen to you. So we're going to get you on an interview so people can see that you can do it. But I am so proud of you. How's your husband doing? How's your husband doing with this? With his? I would love to know how you guys are doing. We're going to do an interview with you guys. Yeah, I'm going to do an interview with her, with Letitia, and get her on, so you can share like how you started, where you're at now, all that good stuff. That is super awesome. You can make me cry. Yes, it was December, and it was part-time money. You do work a full-time job. Listen, I am proud of you. Okay. I love it. That is so super cool. I remember when you started. Listen, Letitia was one of my students that kept calling. She kept calling, she kept texting, she kept emailing. Vanessa, how you do this? But listen, guys, those are the ones that make it. Those are the ones that end up being super successful, because those are the people who they're like, oh, I try to do this. Like, I did my Google business page, not working. I did this, not working. I'm like, all right, let me look at it. Hold on. What you got going on? I have people like that. I had one person say, the other day, they were like, well, I took your training and it's not working for me. This, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, did you reach out to me? Did you ask me questions? I can help you if you let me help you. If you don't let me help you, I can't help you. Right. And so everyone that I talk about, D'Angelo, the same thing, made thousands of dollars. Amari, what's the other one? It's a lot of them. Nakia, I just posted her story. She just started in November. Did you see her post on Instagram? I said, look at her. Okay. What's the other one I posted? Stephanie. It was one in New Jersey. It's a few of them. And my thing is, guys, I get these emails all the time, but it's my fault of not doing the interviews and doing the posts. And so that's my focus. I did just bring on a social media marketer who's going to help share you guys stories, because I feel like it's not just for me. It's motivation for you guys. Like a lot of times you'll get discouraged and you may say, okay, well, it only works for her because they're in this state, or it only works for her because they're in this state. And it's like, no, it's literally working in all the states. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can do it everywhere. And so that's why I need to really connect with everybody in all the different states and do the videos for you guys and put it in the, on the social media and stuff like that, so that way you guys can see it. And it's a lot. If you guys aren't in the Facebook group, make sure you get in there, because people are posting all the time in the group their successes. And I'm going to make sure to start really broadcasting them. I get a lot of emails all the time. People who say, oh, I did this month, or I did this month. And I want to start putting it in the Facebook group and on social media so you guys can see it, so you guys can be motivated. And like when you see other people, reaching those goals, then you'll be like, oh my gosh, if she did it, I can do it. We're in the same city. She started before, after I started, right? It's nothing like that. When somebody start after you started and they're killing it, right? And she's working part-time. I love it. Listen, I love it. So, all right, hold on. Let me go back. I missed some questions. Will 1 month of coaching be sufficient? Just not sure. It's really up to you. Let me tell you something. I have people who've done a month of coaching and they were fine. I give you everything you need during your coaching. If you take everything and you kill it, you're good. But if I give you a to-do list and you like the list of 10 things, like they say we have a coaching session, I say, okay, do these 10 things. And then like a week I check in and you only done 2. And then next week I checked in, you did 2 more. And then, you know what I mean? You're taking a long time to finish the list. That's not killing it. And so it literally is how much you apply yourself. If you follow the list and do it, it works. And I can't blame people for not killing it, because you have other responsibilities. You may have kids, you may work a job, you may have other things going on. And so if you can't devote all that time, that makes sense. So when people ask me, well, how long will it take? It depends on your schedule. How much time do you have to devote to it? How committed are you? If you're super committed and you're like, listen, I'm going to get it, then you'll get it. But it really depends on how much time you have to devote to the training, to building your business. Okay. The Facebook group name is Notary to Notary. So when you go there, use the email that you use to register for the course. And that's how you're able to see that's how we can check to make sure you're in the training and then put you in it. It is a private Facebook group. Everyone can join the Facebook page, but it is a private Facebook group. Okay. If you sent a Facebook request and it's still pending, that's because we had a long weekend, and Ashley usually does that. I do try to get in there and do some of them, but it will be all approved on Monday. So yeah, everyone's been off for like 4 days. I'm so lonely in here by myself. But Rita's been here, but she doesn't do that part. Okay. All right. So it would be nice if you had a tab called the Success Corner to post your student successes. That's a good idea. I like that. We're going to do that. See, I love when you guys give me feedback. When you give me feedback, it helps me create more content. It helps me add more things. That's what I always say. Notary to Notary is always growing, because I want you guys to tell me what you guys are looking for. Okay. All right. So we're going to go over one more thing, and then I'm going to close you guys out. But I wanted you guys to get an idea of what we go over. You can't really see the can you see my screen? This is our training. So I'm showing everybody on YouTube what our training looks like. All right. Success by month of the students. Okay. And post it on Instagram too. Okay. I could do that. I can do it and post it on the Instagram. I will do that. Okay. So let's go back to the training. Okay. So let's talk about your role as a notary signing agent. So your role is to confirm the identity of the signer. So when they show up, you're going to check their ID. You're going to make sure they're not under duress. You want to make sure they know what they're doing. Sometimes you'll have loan closings, especially reverse mortgages, where the signer may be incoherent. They may be, you can tell they have like dementia or something like that. You want to make sure that they're of sound mind, they're ready to sign, and their ID is right and valid. Due to COVID, a lot of lenders are allowing the IDs to be expired. So don't worry about that. Trust me, before you get there, the lender already knows the ID is expired. If you guys have never bought a house before or refinanced a house, you do not know how deep they prod you when it comes to buying a house, especially due to COVID. They're afraid people are going to file for bankruptcy and be furloughed. So they are checking and triple checking and quadruple checking your entire life. So by the time you get there, trust me, the lender already knows that that ID is expired. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure you're checking the ID for the client. For the signer. You want to ensure the signers are comfortable. Hold on. You want to make sure that they're being pressured to sign, and you want to go through the documents page by page to ensure that signatures are not missed. If you miss signatures, you will have to go back. You do not get paid to go back. You just have to go back free of charge, because you want to make sure, because the lender basically needs the signatures done. And that happens, guys. Don't get bummed out by that, okay? People they're really afraid when they miss signatures, or if they make a mistake of some kind. And that's normal. Listen to me very clearly. Everyone's going to make a mistake. Every single person. If someone tells you they're a successful notary signing agent, they never made a mistake before, I wouldn't believe them. It's possible, I guess, in the weird world, but every single person has made a mistake before. And no one's going to kick you because you made a mistake. No one cares, as long as you fix it. As long as you fix your mistake, you're fine. If you turn a package back in, they say, hey, you missed a signature, go back and get it fixed, okay? Don't give them a hard time. Now, if you say, just get it fixed. Just get it fixed. The sooner you get it fixed, the better, okay? But everyone's going to make mistakes, okay? Don't get caught up on that. Okay, and then the last thing you're going to do is ship the package back to your lender after the signing is complete, okay? Remember that we tell the what and never the why. It's important for a loan signing agent to be familiar with the loan documents to help with the signing process run more fluid. As a notary public, you are not allowed to provide legal advice, and in turn, you are not allowed to explain the loan figures. If a client has a question, you can answer the what questions, but not the why questions. So, what is a what question? And what is a why question? A what question is, what is my interest rate? A what question is, when is my payment due? Who's on my title? What's my late fee? A why, you can answer those. A why question is, why is my interest rate so high? Or do you think this is a good interest rate? Why are my closing costs so high? Why is this is a really good one? Why is my appraisal $800? They said it was $500. That's wrong. Why are they taking out taxes on property taxes? I'm a veteran and I'm supposed to have taxes taken out. Those kind of questions you will get. That's not for you to answer. That's for you to call a loan officer, okay? Yes, you can be a notary in an attorney state. The e-notary class does actually allow you to ask questions. That's going to be at 7:30. So at 7:30, we'll have the live e-notary training. Can you have a seal in more than one state? Yes, you can. It's called being dual commissioned. You do have to apply with every state you want to be commissioned in. So follow their process and apply. If you scan the ID pictures, the ID pics with the scan backs, do you have to print out the IDs and ship them off in the mailing package? Nope, you don't. You can if you want to, but you don't have to because they already have them. In your experience, does it happen a lot where there are forms that we have to fill out more than... Hold on. Does it happen a lot when there are forms that we have to fill out more than signatures and dates? No. So it depends on the closing. A loan application, there's more filling out typically for the borrower to fill out, not for you. The identity verification forms you have to fill out with their ID information. If they're getting funds back, there's a, what's it called? it's called. It's basically like what's it called? I'm drawing a blank. But it's a form in the closing packages. They'll say, okay, fill this out if you want to get a wire or a check. They fill that out. There's a demographic form sometimes has to be filled out. There's a VA form sometimes has to be filled out. But it's very few pages that need to be filled out. Sometimes there's like check marks, like was this house built before 1978, or disbursement of funds. Thank you. There may be, what's the other one? Oh, it's a check box for if you want to waive your right to choose your own settlement agent. Trying to think. It's a few. It's not a lot. There's a few. Look for blank lines. But that's not a good, because sometimes there are blank lines. They're not supposed to be filling it out. I think it's one of those things that the more you do it, you get more comfortable with it. Like now, I can look at a form and say, okay, that's not you. That's your title company filling that out, or your lender's filling that out. Because I've seen it so many times. I know even if it's a new package, even if it's a completely new lender who has completely weird docs, I've seen it so much that I can say, oh, that's a lender question. You know, like it says, if it's saying like, okay, did you verify property taxes and things like that, and that these fees were paid and settlement and da-da-da-da, that's not a borrower question. That's a title question or a lender question, things like that. But if it's asking like, do you waive your right to receive a copy of your appraisal? That's a borrower question, because the borrower has to decide they want to receive the copy of the appraisal. So the more you do it, the more you'll be able to figure out, is this blank for the borrower or is it for the lender? Worst case scenario, guys, absolute worst case scenario, when in doubt, have them fill it out anyway. Reason being, when that package comes back to that title company or that lender, if there's a page in there that is filled out by the borrower that was not supposed to be, it's supposed to be filled out by the title company, they will just take it out, shred it, print it off again, and give it to the title company. So when in doubt, have them fill it out anyway. It's worse for you to send back pages that they were supposed to fill out that they didn't, because now they have to send the docs back to you. You have to go back again. And now closing's delayed. Okay. There's that. Oh, thank you, hon. All right. Let's see. What E&O insurance company do you recommend? I always go to the NNA. You put your state in and tell you what's recommended for your state. I don't recommend getting from outside sources, because sometimes people get E&O from outside sources, and a lot of title companies don't what's the word? They don't accept certain companies' policies. It's like certain verbiage has to be written in it. And so the NNA knows the verbiage and they have it done. And so just to save you some money before you buy something because it's cheaper, or because, oh, someone said, oh, let's get this. Just so you stay safe with that. Well, you can do my coaching and you can do my notary to notary training program at notarytonotary.com. Yep, that's correct. What if they ask questions that you can't answer and the office is closed, working at oh, good answer. Good question. Thank you. So if you have a question at the loan table, at the signing table, and if it's after hours, or if it's after hours, or if it is a Saturday or a Sunday, because they started doing Sunday closings now, a lot of times you won't be able to reach the loan officer. If that is the case, two things. First, depends on what the question is. A lot of times, either the loan officer or a title can answer it. So you have three potential people you can call: your signing company who hired you, your title company, or your title company or attorney, or the lender. Okay. The first two, the title company and the loan officer, is going to be in your closing disclosure. On the very last page, page 5, there will always be those numbers there. And we'll also have a broker on there if they use the broker. Call them. If you can't get them, you call your signing company. A lot of times, like for me, I have a signing service. If you call me, I usually know the answer. So a lot of times signing services, people who start signing services were previously notary signing agents that just elevated into that role. So we've done this a million times. And a lot of times the questions that you have, we know the answer to. So call your signing service, because a lot of times they can tell you what the answer is. If you can't reach anybody, or you call the signing service and they don't know the answer and you can't get anybody else, what you would do is you simply let them know, okay, due to it being after hours, we can't reach your loan officer. You can sign this document if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. What I usually tell them is, I always say, you don't have to close right now. If you don't close right now, though, they'll have to redo your docs, which is fine. I'm just letting you know that they'll redo your docs. You can call them tomorrow, get your questions answered. The only thing I would want you to know, if you don't already know, is you need to find out when your interest rate expiration is, and that's usually for refinances. So when you get an interest rate offer from a lender, it has an expiration date, 9 times out of 10. If their interest rate expires that day, they have to go through some more steps in order to get an extension. And sometimes they have to pay a fee for that extension. So I always let them know, do you know when your interest rate expires? Okay. And then I'll say, if you don't want to close, check that, just so you know. That way you know. If it expires today, you can still decide, I don't want to close, I do want to close. But now you know it expires today. And a lot of times that's going to be on your interest rate lock agreement. Okay. You don't have to say all that. You can just say you can choose to sign or not to sign. They also do have that 3-day right to cancel, so you can tell them that as well. Now, when you take the NA exam, they tell you that you shouldn't push them to sign it, but I let them know. I'm not pushing you. I'm letting you know, because if you call title or if you call a signing service, they're going to tell you the same thing. They're going to say, let them know they have that 3-day right to cancel. So what I say is, you don't have to sign today. If you want to sign, you do have that 3-day right to cancel. So you can call tomorrow and say, hey, my closing cost was wrong. Are you guys going to fix it? If they say, no, we're not fixing it, sign that right to cancel, turn it in, void the whole transaction. You do have that as an option. You don't have to do that. I tell everybody, I want you to feel comfortable. And my job is to make sure you know you have what you need. I'm going to tell you what you need and what but I'm not going to go into your closing costs like that, but I'm going to give you your options. And then you decide what you want to do. And I always tell them, regardless, and a lot of times people say, well, I feel bad because you came out and I don't want to waste your time. And I'm going to go ahead and sign because I feel bad. People say that all the time. I tell them, listen, I get paid regardless. Whether you sign or not sign, I'm an independent contractor. I will get paid regardless. So don't sign a 30-year contract because you worry about my little, my fee. I'm getting paid anyway. This is a 30-year deal. You figure out this is what you want. And so I always let them know that. And that's basically my spiel. And I just tell them it's up to you. If we can't reach them, you can close. If you don't want to close, you don't have to. If you want to sign, but you want to use that right to cancel, you can do that too. And it's important to know, and right to cancels are not on every loan. It's not like on it's something like investment properties, second homes, things like that. Some purchases don't have it on there either. So make sure before you tell them they have a right to cancel, make sure they actually have that document in their package before you tell somebody, oh, you can cancel. And they're like, oh, no, your loan doesn't have a cancellation. Who told you that, right? So don't do that. Make sure you see that cancellation and give it to them, that right to cancel, before you say, hey, you can cancel if you want to, because all loans have right to cancel, because they don't. Okay? They don't. All right. Let's see. Do you always print extra documents with the signers? No, go by your email confirmation. Your email confirmation is going to tell you whether you need to print or not. Extra sets. A lot of lenders, well, not a lot. A few of them have gone to sending the copy automatically. It's weird because they're doing it because of COVID. So they're like, oh, we're just going to email you your copy so that I don't have to leave something in your house. But it's weird because I'm already in their house and they're still signing all the papers with me. I don't know. It's just them making more efforts, which I personally love because I don't like printing 2 sets. I rather print 1 set, save my ink and save my paper, right? Okay. All right. So the NNA is good for, the E&O insurance is good for, and someone else asked me that. They said, if your state doesn't require you to have E&O insurance, should you still get it? Absolutely, yes. Even if your state does not require you, if you're just doing general notary work, then you don't need it. But if you're going into loan closings, most lenders will not work with you without it anyway. So you're not going to get any business. They're going to be like, oh, no E&O, goodbye. Okay, so you need it. Okay, so, all right. What my time looking like? Oh, yeah, 15 minutes. Oh, we did a lot of talking today. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me switch this over really quick. And I see all your questions. We're going to hit them in just a second. As a newbie when starting out, is it okay to use sign here stickers? Yes, you can use sign here stickers. Would it be best to practice? Would it be best practice to have customers to make copies of their own ideas rather than take a picture on your phone? Nope. It's easier you can ask them. I've done it. They usually don't do it. And so for me, it's just easier to just snap a picture and email it. It's just easier for me. It's up to you what you feel comfortable with. I feel like it's 10 times easier for me to just take their ID, take a picture, email, done, goodbye. You know, versus them, I'm telling you, you will get to the tape, you will get to their house, even though you called them and said, make sure you have a copy of your picture already, you know, ready. You'll get there and they'll say, oh, I forgot. Let me run upstairs and make a copy. Listen, they got to turn the computer on. They got to turn the printer on. Then, oh, we're out of ink. Hold on, let me change. Oh, I have to put paper. Oh, hold on, I got to do an update. No, okay? Save yourself the time. I like to get in and out. I don't want to be in there any longer than I have to because I have more appointments to do. So it's just easier to start picture, let it be on me, start picture, and I'm out of there. It's so much easier to do it that way. You will need E&O insurance. Yes, that is correct. That's not true, Robin. People have been saying a lot of stuff, and I don't like to come down people and just say, I've been doing this for a long time, and that's all I had is E&O. So don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to the hype. Wait, what? No, you just need E&O. If your state requires a surety bond, you want to get that, but you don't need anything else. If you want to work for my signing service, you got to make a profile at signingorder.com. I'm gonna put the link in here for you. Signingorder.com. Okay. Have I had people try to tip me? No, I've had people say they were going to pay me now. Like, okay, I'm going to pay you. And I let them know it's already rolled into their closing costs. So I don't accept the payment because I've had a few times where I feel like, oh, I have to pay you the closing fee, right? And you just say, no, it's already rolled into your loan. So I'm already going to get paid automatically. It's already on your closing disclosure. It's already rolled into their loan. So they already technically are paying you. So no, I don't collect from them. Sometimes when I'm at loan closings, people ask me to do additional general notary work. At that point, sometimes I charge them, sometimes I don't. Just depends on the relationship and how much they need to get done. That depends too. Knowing that every loan doesn't have a right to cancel. Oh yeah, every loan doesn't. How can I get a full copy for E&O insurance from the NNA? Call them. If they didn't email it to you, call them. They'll email it right over. Just call them. You print extra copies just in case of mistake when signing? No, of course not. I don't make mistakes. No, no, I don't print an extra copy. If you make a mistake while you're filling out a document, you simply put one line. That's it. Don't scribble through it. Don't highlight. Don't put a marker. Don't do whiteout. None of that. One line. Put your correction, initial it. That's it. That's all you got to do. If they make a mistake, it's the same thing. One line. Okay? Will the buyer know where to send closing monies, or will that have been discussed with the lender partner? Sometimes they don't. It's funny because they passed a law that was like the borrowers have to receive their closing disclosure at least 3 days before they close. That hardly ever happens. I think it's one of those laws like jaywalking. And don't jaywalk, everyone's jaywalks. There are times when they do get their closing disclosure before the 3 days. 70% of the time, they do not. 70% of the time, people are getting their closing disclosures as soon as you pull up to the door. They are that first closing disclosure, or they got it that morning, usually. Sometimes they before, but definitely not 3 days. And so sometimes you 50-50 chance you'll get there and they haven't seen their closing disclosure. They're familiar with because you get a closing estimate, and then of course they do go over your stuff before you just agree to close. Like they'll say, okay, this is your interest rate. This is your closing amount. This is your loan amount, things like that. But it changes. I've seen it change so many times. By the time they get to the closing table, it can change. And so that being said, sometimes there will be times where you get to a closing and the borrower will say, hey, I don't have closing costs. I'm supposed to be getting money back. And you say, Not according to this closing disclosure. Don't say that though. Say, oh, well, they have you as paying closing costs. That is a loan officer question, not a title company question and not a signing company question. That's a loan officer. They do the loan. So you call a loan officer and say, hey, this is Vanessa Terry. I'm doing the closing for this person at this place. And she said that she had, was supposed to pay closing costs, and that she was not supposed to pay closing costs. She was supposed to get money back. Can you please advise? And they'll say, hold on. And they'll say, oh, well, we had to change it because this is whatever the case may be. And they'll talk to her, and either she'll agree to pay closing costs, or she'll say, never mind, well, I don't want to do it. I don't want to close. Or it could be a situation where someone thought they were, like, oh, common one. People knew they had to pay closing costs, but the amount that they have prepared for their cashier's check is wrong. Rule of thumb. If the cashier's check they have is higher than what they're supposed to pay, they can still send it in. They'll either credit that money back to them or they'll put it on their loan. Okay. If it's lower, now we got problems. So they have to either call a loan officer and see if they can get a different, see when they can turn it in. Things like that, that's when you want to call. But that happens a lot where the closing, not a lot, but it can be pretty frequent where someone says, well, someone told me this is my closing cost. And then you get there, they may say, okay, it's $1,000. And you get there, it's $1,050. Wow. Okay. So that can happen. You just call a loan officer and go from there. Okay. Cool schmoo. Okay. What my time is left? Okay, we're going to do a few more questions, then we're going to have to close out for today. Do you ever just send a copy of ID along with the package? Yes. So if they have it ready for me when I get there, I'll just send it in. I won't email it. I'll just send it with the package. I heard some guys got $1 million in insurance. You can. $1 million coverage, you can. It's going to vary by your state. So you're going to go to the NNA website and see what they're recommending as far as that E&O. Have you ever experienced someone not wanting to take a picture? Yes. Every once in a while. And I will say, well, I did tell you I needed a copy. And I'll say, well, I have to send a copy back with your loan or it'll delay closing. So you figure that out. No, don't say that. Say, I have to send a copy with your loan or it could delay closing. You can make a copy if you have a printer and a computer here, you can print a copy of it and send it back. If you don't, I can't fill out your paperwork. I mean, it's going to delay your closing. They're going to delay closing if you don't have an ID. And most people, when you tell them that it's going to delay closing, they'll say, okay, that's fine. And what I usually will do is say, okay, this is what I'll do. I'll take a picture of your ID on my phone. I'll email it, and then I'll delete it out my phone. And I show them that I deleted it. That's the best I can do at that point. And they either have to take that or not. So, can you use a copy of their ID? You can, but you still need to see their original. You just send back the copy. So we only need one type of insurance. Yes, unless you're in a state that asks for a surety bond. What template is best for operating agreements? What kind of operating agreements are we talking about? Did you answer the question about insurance for general notary consigns? I'm not sure your question was. I don't know how far back it was. Okay. If a journal is required, would it be better to have the signer sign before or after the closing is done? You could do before. You just knock it out and then you just go through the close. It's up to you. It really doesn't matter. Personal preference. How many assignments do you usually have per day? Before notary to notary, because right now you guys take all of my time and I love you for it. Before notary to notary, I do between 5 and 10 a day. So 5 on when I'm just like, oh, let's just do 5 and, have a good time. 10 when I feel like killing it. When I feel like killing it, or if I have something I want to buy, something I want to get a lot of money for, I'll do 10. The most I've ever done in a day is probably like 12 in a day. But usually I do between 5 and 10. When I have 10 closings, I prep myself for it. So, okay, are you ready? Here we go. It's going to take the whole day. Let's knock it out. But that's usually me between 5 and 10. Now I'm probably closer to I hardly get to do any. I probably will do like 1 or 2 a week at this point because I'm sending them out all the time. So I don't really get a chance to go out to do them. And it's so cool when I finally do get to go. It's like, oh my gosh, I used to have so much fun doing these. So, but that's what I'm saying. Even that alone, I was a notary in the field, getting all the work, right? A lot of work. Now I'm out. I'm out of the field for the most part, and I'm sending out the work. So that's why now all the work that I was taking and doing, now it's getting sent to every people. And that's what happens. People do it for a period of time, and they either stop doing it and they go to something else, or they progress and say, okay, now I want to do a signing service, or they just do something completely different. There's always work. Do you collect the cashier's check? It depends on your state. So it depends on your state as far as if you can collect it or not, but it depends on your state. If you are working with a signing company, do you have to send them an invoice, or do they just pay you automatically after you complete the assignment? That goes by your email confirmation. They will tell you if that is the case. How much are you making now that you're not in the field? Listen, I can't tell you all my business now. I make very good money. You make very good money. Do you have a sample demand letter? I have a few signing companies that have outstanding invoices. So what I start off with is that it's an email in the course that I say send out. Start with that first. Email them and call them. Do that first. Send that email out that basically says, my name is, this is why I say use Notary Assist, because Notary Assist does it for you automatically. But if you're not using Notary Assist, send the email. And it basically has the order number, the person who did the signing, the address, all that good stuff. And then it's going to tell them, okay, I did this closing on this day. I was expecting payment on this day. Can you confirm a payment has been sent out? And if so, by what method? I always say it could be an oversight on my behalf, but can you please confirm? Because there has been times when you guys are so silly trying to guess. There has been times when what was I saying? That I did get paid for a signing and I just forgot. So this is what I usually do. I have a drawer and I put the checks, because you get direct deposits, you get e-checks, and you get printed checks. And so I hold on to my checks after I mobile deposit them. I hold them into my checks and in my wallet until I get a chance to put in my Notary Assist. So, because I don't always update my Notary Assist every day. So I keep it in my wallet until I get to Notary Assist. And that way I can make sure I'm updating who's paid me, who hasn't. And so there have been times when I did get paid and I just forgot to update Notary Assist. So I always say, because I never want people to be upset, like, oh, why is she bothering us? I always say it could be a oversight on my behalf. So I always say that, okay? But I would start off with that email and call. And most companies are good about it. There are a few out there who are bad about paying, unfortunately. It's funny, I had an order. Some company called me. The one, I had a hard time with them. I had to send a demand letter. I had to threaten them essentially that we were going to go to court before they finally paid me. And they had the nerve to call me back again. I said, Hunty, that's not happening. Get out of here. Try the next one. So no, I don't want, and my major thing is communication. If we're communicating effectively, then I'll work with you. I had a company before who kept sending the check out to the wrong address, and they communicated. It was, I'd call, oh, we sent it out, got returned. I give them the right address. They sent it out again to the wrong address. It got returned. It happened like 3 times. I said, listen, don't mail my check. All I need you to do is take a copy, make a copier, make a copy of the check and email it to me, and I'll just mobile deposit it. And she just did that. I said, listen, at this point, you guys aren't listening. But they kept that constant line of communication open. And so if you're communicating, I can work with you. If you're not answering the phone and not answering emails and we're going to play this game, now we have problems. Okay? Now we have problems. Listen. Okay? Oh my gosh, it's 7 o'clock. That was so fast. Okay, so guys, I do have to, I usually do about 10 a day. You said 5 was a light day. I love it. Yeah, no, for me, 5 is a light day. Like I'm literally in a closing for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes if they really want to like talk. If I'm in a closing longer than 30 minutes, we have problems. Something is wrong. There's problems on the documents. There's something going on. There is an issue here. Okay, and I'm usually not happy when I leave. No, I'm kidding. We're not doing that. Unless it's a reverse mortgage. Reverse mortgages I plan for an hour. Outside of that, no, we're not doing it. And so, yeah, I can do 10 in a day. The only time 10 in a day can be a headache is if I don't have loan docs. That's a whole other process on how I work through that. That's a whole other process. You can definitely ask for money on the weekends. That is true. I price match my ink with Amazon shipped and sold. You do complete the identity verification form. Operating agreements are needed to start a business account. A business account? You mean a business checking account? Depends. No, it's not. You just need your hold what you got. Hold what you got. You need your, if you're doing an LLC, you need the form, your articles of incorporation you file with your state and your EIN number. You only need an operating agreement if you're doing a partnership. What bank is asking for an operating agreement? I worked with lots of banks and they never asked me for operating agreement, so that's a bit weird. Like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, SunTrust, BB&T, all the major ones, they've never asked for operating agreement. Unless you're doing it as a partnership, they may ask you for that. Yeah, certificate of corporation. Exactly. Articles of incorporation, certificate of corporation that you file with your state. Not an operating agreement. You don't need that to open a checking account. But you can send me an email if you have questions. I can help you with that. Letitia said I did 9 a day and I've had Saturday and Sunday closing, so they work fine here. You did 9 a day? Look at you. Okay, 9. If you listen to me, Letitia, let me tell you something. If you try to pass my score of 12 in a day, I'm going to have to get back in the field. That's going to happen. So I'm like, hold on. I know she didn't try to beat my 12. Now I got to go for 14. Okay? Let me tell you something. I will do it. I will definitely say it's a task. It is a task. It is a task. But I can do it. I can do it. I'll knock it out. I'll knock it out so fast. I'll knock it out so fast. I'm trying to beat my score. All right, now. How can we get commercial signings? Depends on who you're trying to target. But I would just say send me an email. Actually, I could have did it. Oh, hybrids are a piece of cake. I thought you were talking full-blown closings. I could probably do like 20 hybrids in a day. I'm literally in a hybrid for 10 minutes. Literally. If I'm in there longer than 10 minutes, we have serious problems. But once again, I told you before, like how my tactics are for closings. There's a reason why I get in and out in 15 minutes. I don't play games. I get in and I get out. I get in and I get out. Like when I come to the door, hi, how are you? So nice. Wonderful. We signing here. We're not going to do this conversation. Okay. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Where's the table? Okay. And then as soon as I get, before they sit down, you have your IDs? Because then they'll get all comfortable. Nope. Go get them now. Run. Right. And then my signing process is someone is always signing at all times. At all times. If you will never be waiting on me. You will always be signing. I will put, the way I move my docs is like, okay, I'll hold mine. I have like a pile system that I do. Don't try to do it if you haven't done it, because I don't want you guys to say, I messed up following you. Their pen should always be moving, okay? Because at the end of the day, they have way more signatures than me. So for me to take 2 minutes or a minute or however long it takes for me to fill out an acknowledgement, they could have gone through like 3 pages, right? So no, we're going to keep you moving. You know, I only have like 5 or 7 to do. You have like 100. You know, we're going to keep you moving. Same thing with the hybrids. I got to get off here in a second, guys. You guys are not ready by 7:30. Same thing with the hybrids. So the hybrids, I always have, so I use my own hotspot for one, hands down. I'm not going to anybody's house trying to get their Wi-Fi, because then we have problems. They're like, oh, I don't know the code. I got to look at the back of the box. And I go, nope, not doing that. Okay. My tablet's already ready to go, linked to my hotspot before I get in the house. Okay. I get in there. I'm already logged in. I'm on the browser. While they're doing their paper, I'm getting into this hybrid. Someone's always moving. It's never a point where where they're not moving. Okay. They're always doing something, right? Because what I have to do, I can do quickly. I do it all the time. I want them to always be doing something. So while I'm doing the tablet, they're getting they're getting that paperwork done. So by the time they're done signing, if you wait and have them sign everything and then get to the tablet and get logged into those hybrids, you're wasting 5-10 minutes. You know, not to mention if you got to try to connect to someone's Wi-Fi. No. 5 minutes on those printed docs, maybe, 5 to 8. And with the tablet, I have an iPad Pro, so it's a big screen, and I hold it, okay? If you give them that tablet, you're going to be there for 20 minutes. Listen to me. Same thing with the loan package. If you give someone that whole loan package, you'll be there for an hour, okay? The tablet, it props up. I prop it up, and then I go through. I move the screen. They click to sign. I get to a page. It's your right to cancel. Your right to cancel gives you 3 business days from today. If you change your mind, no longer want to refinance, you send one of these back in, voice the whole transaction. Click here. Okay? We're going to get through this thing. We're not going to be here all day. No, we're not. Listen. And some people don't even know how to work a tablet. You know, they're like, oh, I've done it before. They're like, oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit refresh. I had to close the tab. No, we're not doing that. I'm going to hold the tablet. We're going to get through this thing. So there's just certain things that I do just to make sure everything runs the way it needs to run, right? All right, guys, that is all 6 o'clock. A pen should always be moving. That is right. You said I'm getting female Kevin Hart vibes here. Everyone always says that. I love me some Kevin Hart. I'm not lying. A hybrid is a paper and an e-signing. So they do both. Okay, it's a paper and an e-sign. But now I'm going to need to see you, Letitia. We're going to have to work this together because I need to know. I need to know what your number is. Let me tell you something. If y'all get close to my 12 in a day, I'll be back in those streets doing those loan closings. I said, hold on. Y'all not going to take my title. I'll be back out there. Now, hold on. I'll go out just for one day. Just do like 14 in a day. That's all right. I'm at 14. I can sit down now. But no, I am very proud of you. For real, I am. I am super proud of you. I love to see people actually, take the program, take the course, and then, thank you, Anitra, and then become successful with it and really get that time and financial freedom. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you do that. So I'm super excited about that. If you guys, look at Tabitha, y'all stop playing with me. Y'all know I get goofy sometimes. How about we'll do that? I'll probably do a video of that on YouTube, or I'll do it in the next training where we'll go over, I'll show you tips and tricks of how I get in and out of a signing for a reverse mortgage. There's some tips to get out of there because you could be there all day. Listen, a reverse mortgage, a refi, and then I'll show you how to get out of a hybrid really quickly. So there's ways to get in and out. Trust me, there's tips and tricks that you do just to keep it moving. Listen, okay? All right, guys. So we have e-notary training at 7:30. You said I could barely do one per day. No, you can do this. You can do this. Stay connected. Follow the steps. I'm going to help you, okay? All right, so if you're not in the e-notary training and you want to get on that live at 7:30, you have to go to notarytonotary.com. Join that e-notary training. It's $149. If you do it before 7:25, 7:28, I can send you the link for the e-notary training, okay? We do it every Sunday at 7:30. Notary signing age is at 6 o'clock, e-notary 7:30. And so we're going to have some fun with this e-notary, right? Yay! All right, guys, that is also the clock on the wall. I will see you guys luego. Until next time, happy signing, all of the above. Be productive on purpose. Let's go over each type of signing with the forms each week. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. And so I will see you guys luego, all that good stuff. And I will upload this to the training as well so you guys can watch it again. Okay, bye. You guys are awesome. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, guys. So that was, you guys couldn't see the screen, but that was one of the live trainings that I do every week. I do it every week, as long as it's not a holiday. I try to do them. And if it's not a holiday, or sometimes I do 3 weekends out of the month so I can get a break too. And so we didn't get to go through a lot of stuff, but we just started talking about all kinds of things. I love them. They always, oh my gosh. So that was the Notary to Notary training. If you have not taken the training at notarytonotary.com, make sure you go there, register. You can, okay. I'm so proud of Letitia. I'm like, look at her. She was a student and she did the coaching. So I'm super excited. It makes me so happy to see them become successful. And it's like, oh my God, look. This makes me so happy. And she's doing it with her husband. Her husband is killing it. So they battle each other. And you're like, oh, he making this or I make this. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's super awesome. All right, guys. So thank thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. You guys are the best ever. My name is Bessa Terry. I do the training at notarytonotary.com. If you guys want to join the training, go to notarytonotary.com. Go to notarytonotary.com so that way you guys can get in on that. I'm trying to think of anything new and exciting for you guys. The next training is like in 15 minutes. So this is why I take my break. I was going to order some food, but I didn't get a chance to do that. I'm excited for this week. You guys know, so I went from being in the field to now do the signing service. And so this is going to be, I already know it's going to be a busy week for signings. And so definitely just going through systems. We have a training in February, just going through systems, and like any business, you have to work the kinks out to get it more efficient and things like that. So that's what we'll be working on. But I do have a training on how to do a signing service in February. The marketing training is going to be January 9th. So you register for that online as well at notarytonotary.thinkific.com. Tomorrow, you guys will get to meet Kendra, who's our newest addition to the team. Kendra, you guys will meet her tomorrow. She is super awesome. I like to introduce everybody and introduce you guys, everybody on the team. When you guys are interacting on social media, usually it's me, Ashley, but now it'll primarily be me and Kendra that you guys will be interacting with. She's super sweet. She's super awesome. And she's teaching me so much about social media. I had no idea. She taught me how to do the green screen on Instagram. Okay. So it's a filter where you can change your background. And so I can put like the logo, I can put a video, and then I can talk on it. She just knows so much of social media. And so it's just interesting to learn. It's even like how we're going to stream going on. Like we're going to do it through like StreamYard, I think is what she calls it. It's all kinds. She's talking about the super chats. We had a thank you guys, everybody who did a super chat yesterday. So super chats is where you guys can support the channel. You can make a donation, support the channel, help us create more content. It's right at the bottom where they do the what is it? Smiley faces? Is it smiley faces? Smiley faces, and then I don't know what this other chart is. I wonder if it's a poll. It's a poll. You can create a poll. I don't know anything about this thing. She's teaching me this though. But the super chats definitely do help because we are working with Mr. Will Royer, who has us doing 4 videos a week now. So this is our first week. We'll be doing 4 videos every week to post to the YouTube channel and to the online training program. And so it's definitely going to be different. It's going to be different. It's going to be like intense. It's going to be intense for sure. And so we have a whole list. Guys, if you guys have ideas of videos that you want to see, definitely send them to me in an email at info@notarytonotary.com so that way we can add it to our list of videos that we're going to record and put out on social media. How does Clubhouse work? Oh, so I am on Clubhouse. I like Clubhouse too. So I'm learning Clubhouse. I think I'm going to start doing more. Oh, we have a giveaway. Oh, we have a giveaway. We do have a giveaway. It's not today. I'm going to put it out tomorrow. And the person who wins this giveaway, guess what they're going to win? I said we had to do 2021 with a bang. I need a bang. I don't feel like I banged yet. I want to bang. And so we're giving away, can you guess? It's not a Tesla. I'm sorry. It's not a Tesla. I don't have a Tesla yet to give you. I'm working on it. But it's part of the social media rebrand where we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Clubhouse, YouTube. I only have one more invite left on Clubhouse, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm going to get y'all some invites. We're based on all the social media platforms. And so we'll be giving away, it's not a printer. The next printer we're giving away is at the Texas conference, and we'll probably do a giveaway during the marketing masterclass on January 9th. I don't know what we're going to give away. I always do a giveaway whenever we do a class of some sort. I do a giveaway. I just don't know what we're going to give away then. And that's why when you guys, everything that you guys do, I try to impart back to you guys. So I want to make sure that we're, adding value to your life and that we are making, I don't know. It's just fun. I like to give back. It's just fun. So we're giving away. Are you ready? For the record, I have no idea what it is. Someone said, oh, you should do this. And I said, okay. And I have a Mac. Hold on. It's a surprise. Let me see first. I make sure I'm saying it right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is nice. I don't know what year it is, though. It's not money. It's a Mac Mini. We're giving away a Mac Mini. You guys ever heard of a Mac Mini? We're giving away a Mac Mini. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least. So wait for that. Yeah, that's what listen. You said I need a Mac Mini. Listen, Ashley trying to get out of work on Friday. That's not happening. She's not getting out of work. Sorry, Ashley's texting. Can I have Friday off? Nope. Rita already asked. Rita got Friday off, so that means you have to work. Oh, I don't like to be the person to tell them no. Unfortunately, that's not going to work, honey. She gonna look at this live and say, really, Vanessa? Really? Sorry. Anyway, so we have something coming out tomorrow. The Mac Mini will be given away next week, but you have to do different action steps this week to win the Mac Mini. So stay tuned for that information. Unfortunately, I cannot accommodate. Anywho. But yeah, guys, you guys are super awesome. I really appreciate all of you guys. I love the support. I love people who go when I post a video on YouTube and they comment first and say, I'm first. It's like, is this a race? You guys are so silly. Like, I was the first comment. It's like, you did, you win. You guys make me laugh. You guys really, really make me laugh. I just really enjoy talking to all of you guys. And I love when I get to meet you guys too. Eventually, I meet actually a lot of my students, which is really cool. Been doing a lot of traveling, so it's been working out very, very well. Very, very well. All right, guys. So that is all the clock on the wall. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys registered for the e-notary training, I'm going to get ready to send those links out now for the live that we're having at 7:30. Yeah, that's going to happen at 7:30. So I tell everybody I give them to 7:25. Aw, you guys are the best. I appreciate you guys. I really do. You said, is it money? Y'all are so silly. But yeah, so we're going to do that. I'm going to give that away probably on Saturday or Sunday. One of the two. We'll do that. We'll do that then. But I'm going to put the post out on tomorrow. So that way you'll see what you guys have to do in order to win that Mac Mini. Okay. Awesome sauce. Oh, thank you, Naomi. You're the best. See, she's so awesome. You're awesome. You just did a training and you are here. Wow. I know. Naomi was in the training. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you. Thank you. I love the super chat. It definitely helps us support the channel so we can do more giveaways and add more content and make more videos and be super awesome. Yeah, this is what I'm doing in my downtime, because after this, I have to turn this off and get into e-notary. E-notary is going to be a little bit more intense because we go over some more technical stuff. And so they'll need my undivided attention for that. For that, we'll need undivided attention. And so I'm going to hop into that. How much is the e-notary? I just came in. It's $149 for the e-notary training at notarytonotary.com. $149 for the e-notary training. And Naomi, you was just on the live. Check her out. Look at you. Hey, multitasking. I hope that you have an awesome sauce week. I hope you have a lot of notaries this week too. Texas conference is the 16th. It's in 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks. January 16th. I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited for my cowboy boots and my cowboy hat and my cowboy boots and my cowboy hat and my horse and my horse. And my horse. Do you think the NNA has sufficient information for first-time notary? That's a hard question. I think the NNA is a great organization, and they're awesome for people to use as a resource. And I will be speaking at their conference in May as one of their guest speakers. I think that my training is also great, and it helps you put me in a sticky situation. And my training is also awesome. I think that we're both great resources, for sure. For sure. Somebody said no. I'm not involved. I'll be at their conference. Excited about the e-notary training. I do like the NNA though. I've used them. I took their certification every year. Every year in background check, I've taken it since 2015. And so it's just, it's just up to you, personal preference. But But yeah, all of that and above. So we're going to get ready to hop into this e-notary training. If you haven't registered already, make sure you do that. I appreciate you, Naomi. You are the best ever. Bless, Naomi, you are. It was an amazing training. I am ready. When I told you, just be signing paperwork all day for me to work. So I'm ready for all this. I know I can do it. You can do it. You definitely can do it. You definitely can. Thank you, Perry. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so that concludes this episode of Notary to Notary sneak peek of a live training. Yeah, because I have to hop into e-notary. But I hope you guys have a great week. Make Monday great. Be awesome on purpose. If you're in the training, follow the steps. Actually implement the training. Actually do the steps. Yeah, you can definitely put that on your card. That's fine. But Vanessa's course goes step by step. Oh, thank you, Felicia. That's my best friend. I have a lot of best friends in my course. They're like, oh, we're all best friends. Yep. You guys are the best. You guys are really the best. I really appreciate it. I definitely try to add as much training as I can to the course. Whenever you guys ask for something, I say, okay, let's add it. I know a lot of people ask me for the fingerprinting information, so I'm working on that. I said just try to get me to like end of February, probably early March. If I can get done before then, I definitely will. Definitely will. So we're working on that. I have a lot going on with Notary to Notary, guys. It's a lot going on, but it's okay. I love it. I love being busy. And let me tell you, guess what we're doing? We're doing Notary Meetups now. So Notary Meetups all over the country are going to be starting now. And so you'll be seeing, I'll be putting it out on social media where we will be. You'll probably have a couple days to a week notice at the most. We're just going to be bouncing around all over the place and just having notaries networks. So we can get some title companies out there, but just like for lunch or for dinner or things like that. So we're going to be doing meetups all over the place. So stay tuned for that. We're just making some more changes and seeing how we can affect and influence more people. And so that's one of the ideas we came up when we did our New Year strategy going into 2021. So we'll be posting that information out as well. So I look forward to meeting all of you guys. It's going to be super awesome. All right, guys, that is all. The clock on the wall. Happy signing, all of the above. And I hope you have a great week. Bye.